Well, good evening or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another sparkling sports report.
Yeah.
Gary Patterson is here with me, and we're going to give you the lowdown and probably tell you a lot of stuff you don't really get anyplace else.
Well, we'll find out.
Our spin.
Our spin on what's going on. Yep.
Well, first of all, I would like you to say to me, Manny Machado versus Bryce Harper.
Yeah,
Signed just about for the same money.
more or less.
Yeah, I mean, Harper.
Harper less on an annual basis.
Yes,
Well,
less on an annual, but when
13 years.
when all is said and done, they end up with the same pile of money.
Yeah.
Do you think Manny Machado is that much better than Bryce Harper?
If I had my choice of one of them for my team, I'd take Machado.
Yeah. And I feel the
you
same
know-
way. Harper's coming off a poor year.
Yeah.
Well, all right, look, be a wonderful year for you and I if we were in the
but-
majors. But I mean, he's tailed
Yeah.
off.
I like Machado. He can hit. He can hit for average power. He's a good defender. You know.
Yeah, me is a
Yeah.
little rockabilly in the dugout from
Yeah,
time to
he's
time.
It doesn't mean he's not a jerk, but
No.
you know,
He's a
I've
real
always liked
jerk.
him since he was a young player in terms of his baseball talent. He's a talented player.
And I have never loved Bryce Harper.
No, me either. I think
No.
he's arrogant as hell.
Now, Mike Trout
you?
is oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mike Trout's coming out next year, and Mookie is coming out next year,
Right.
and those two are going to blow those two away money wise.
So I think they each have 2 more years, right?
Oh, Mookie's coming out
Not
in
next
2
year.
years,
2 years.
but Trout comes out
I think he's 2 years.
2
as
years
well.
out. All right, you know what? You're right.
So the rumor is that the Angels are about to offer him $350 million for 10 years.
So they're backing the Brinks truck up to the back door.
So that's the exact number that you and I talked about, I believe, on the last show. That what the Red Sox should do and make that same offer. In fact, you heard it here first.
That's right.
10 years,
and
$350
you
million.
know what? Do it.
That's
do it
what I would do.
Do it at the same time
Yeah.
the Angels offer Trout the same thing.
Do the same thing
And
with
maybe
Mookie.
we can just get this all over.
Right.
All over with.
Get Mookie taken care of, and then you can take care of all the other pieces.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, on a sad note, rest in peace, Don Newcomb.
Don Newcomb, yes.
Big guy, hard thrower, pitched
Yep.
for the Brooklyn Dodgers back
Yeah.
in the day when there was just him and a half a dozen other black guys in the
Yeah.
majors. Tough guy.
Tough guy.
Tough guy.
Great
and
pitcher.
and a real, they put him in the Hall of Fame because, look, he was a Hall of Fame pitcher.
Yeah.
It wasn't just because he was one of the early Crusaders. that
Right. He was a big game pitcher.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
He was-
You know, I wish the Brooklyn Dodgers stayed in Brooklyn.
Yeah, wouldn't have been
There
great.
was
Yeah.
that, I don't know, there was a mystique about that. You know, the bums and
Yeah.
and the New York Giants too, rather than the stupid Mets. I don't know. But anyway.
I'm not sure
And-
if New York could just hold a third team like they did back then.
Yeah, but I bet you they could though.
I'll bet you they could too.
Yeah. And old friend Bob Friend passed away at the age of 88.
No?
An old pirate.
Good run for Bob.
Yeah, he had a good run, and he was an effective pitcher for
Yeah.
years. He took the ball every day.
Yeah, I remember him at the end of his career when I think he was a reliever.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end.
yeah. At the end of his career, I think he pitched for the Yankees for a year.
Yeah.
And rest in peace, Nick Cafato
Yeah, what
from
a
the
shame.
Boston Globe.
Yeah, good man.
One of the decent guys.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't read Poison or Innuendos
No.
or that kind of stuff in his column, you know? I mean, he loved baseball, very
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
and was very professional about it. No, didn't always agree with everything he said, but
Right.
and he was a good television interview also on Nesson.
Yeah, he got around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a pro.
Well, he loved sports.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
died doing what he wanted to be doing.
That's it exactly. And we also lost Ted Lindsay, from
yeah,
the
terrible
Detroit
Ted.
Red Wings. Terrible. He was terrible.
Yeah. What a headhunter, huh?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Back in the days, no helmets. Boy, that stick, he'd try to put that thing right down your mouth
Yeah.
or in your eye,
Yeah.
which he did one night to Jerry Topazzini into Boston Garden.
Yeah, he was legendary.
He was. He was a mean man.
He was.
But you know what? If you take a look at his career, he played with Sid Abel and Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
And then Sid Abel retired, and he played with Alex Del Vecchio and Gordie Howe.
Wow.
Now, in 1,000 games, and I'm rounding off, but in 1,000 games, he got 800 points.
That's pretty good in that era.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he was a good hockey player.
Yeah.
Playing with those guys helped matters, but he was a good hockey player to boot. And 5'8" and 160.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And a mean boy.
Tough guy.
And also
Never met
passing.
a cheap shot he didn't like.
Telling you, you're
Yeah.
right. And the old Rocket, Richard, wasn't against taking cheap shots either.
Yeah.
But you know what? The smaller guys
Yeah.
had to do that to keep the big guys away from them.
Right. Come over here. I'll cut you up.
Yeah, that's it. And we also lost Romel Jordan, who was the adopted brother of Blake Swihart.
Yes, I heard about that. That's a shame.
23 years
Young
old.
man, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened to him.
I don't think anyone's really sure.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
a shame.
Yep, a shame. 23. That's not fair. Well, I got to ask you this one too. We had two different people in the news in the last couple of weeks: Bob Kraft
Yeah.
and Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Now, Bob Kraft is being lambasted
Yeah, he is.
unfairly, as far as I'm concerned. And Michael Jackson was notorious. I mean, it was all well known out in Hollywood
Yeah.
that he slept with young boys.
Talk about looking the other way.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
get the scales of justice don't seem to even out here.
No.
And you know,
So hopefully it'll work out. I mean, in Bob's case, I'm just amazed he was that stupid. He's not. He's a smart man. So I don't begrudge him. He's a widower. His wife's been gone a few years, and yeah, he's got the young girlfriends. And I don't know what the deal is with all that.
well, he
But-
still got the urge.
But the thing I don't get is it's just so stupid, Bob.
It is.
I mean, you're worth $6 billion. You got to have a guy who's got a guy. And you know, for you to be making these directly, no.
Yeah.
Follow the JFK model.
That's it, exactly.
You got to have a guy.
You gotta have a guy that knows a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so
You're a billionaire.
stupid. That's right.
And you're getting popped by the police with an embarrassing video to boot.
You know, let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Yeah.
All right, so he messed up.
Yeah. I think he's going to be fine, quite
I think
frankly.
he's going to be fine,
I think
too.
he's going to be just fine. It's going to take a little while. It's going to be a little embarrassing. The Patriots haters have got fresh meat,
Oh, yeah.
right? Because now the troika is complete. They got the coach got popped, the quarterback got popped, and now the owners
That's
got
it.
popped.
We got it, the trifecta.
Trifecta. So those Patriots haters, oh man, there you go.
Well,
But people in New England and people in general who are not Patriots haters, I mean, there's bigger fish to fry than Bob Kraft.
you know, and it's a guy thing. You know,
Well, I don't know. My wife agrees with me.
yeah,
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 leave it alone.
yeah, leave it alone. Yeah.
So you got the, and you run into the conflict because of the human trafficking investigation and all that. I mean, Bob was in the wrong place at the wrong time, basically.
He never would have gone in there if he knew those were
So-
human trafficking
Yeah.
victims. I mean, look at
But my
charity
point is,
work
he never
that
should have
does
been in there anyway because he has the means to have this handled
in a
much more.
much more relaxed atmosphere,
Yes.
in a lot more privacy.
Yes.
Well said.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. Kyrie
Kyrie.
is self-destructing
He seems to
before
be.
our eyes.
Yeah, the whole team is kind of self-destructing.
Oh, they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I'm not enjoying this.
No, they're tough to watch.
Really?
Yeah, for the last 3 or 4 years, they've been fantastic to watch. They've been fun.
Fun.
The games are fun. The games are entertaining. The effort's there. Right now, they stink. They're not. Their defense is
Non-existent.
terrible,
Yeah.
and it seems to be from a lack of effort.
Well, I think you're right. And
They're
this
step behind
almost,
on every play.
almost looks like the old deal with the Red Sox. 25 players, 25 taxis
Right.
after the game. They're not playing together.
Right. So they're kind of stuck now, right?
Yeah.
They're going to finish the year. They're going to be a disappointment. They're going to exit early, and then what? Kyrie
gone.
can just walk away,
He's gone.
right?
I'm going to do what's best for me and my family. That's
Right.
what he said. And he meant it, I'm sure.
Right.
And he's gone.
Which, if that's a fact, then okay. That now opens up a max slot.
That's right.
We have room now
Yeah.
to make a major move.
And I think that's
Whether-
what will
right.
happen.
Right. I'm still holding out for Durant after all these years.
You know,
Unless it's true that he and Kyrie are going to the Knicks, in which case we're in trouble.
yeah. Just
know.
Durant going alone to the Knicks is trouble.
And as much as I've loved Anthony Davis, and we've talked about him on the show,
Yep.
it seems like for 5 years.
Yep.
It depends. It really depends.
Yep. He
You know.
may be the piece that goes to New York with Kyrie. I don't think so. I think he's ticketed to Los Angeles. I think he's already got the flight booked, and I think he's gone.
Yeah.
So
But I want to hold on to Tatum if at all possible.
you know what? I will say this. I don't mind this meltdown at all if
Yeah.
it means we get to keep our young
Core.
players. Yeah, young core. Yeah, absolutely.
So they've got Horford coming up. His contract is up. He has a player option for $31 million next year.
That's right. But can he opt?
He can opt out.
Yeah. Oh, but can't he opt in for 3 years at that price?
I don't think so. I think it's
Okay.
a 1-year option.
I've got it in here someplace, and when I get to it, we'll find out.
But he could be a sign and trade candidate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
although,
But you might not have to do a sign and trade for Davis if Kyrie leaves. But if Kyrie leaves, I don't see Davis wanting to come here.
he won't come here.
Yeah.
No.
So it's a tough situation.
He's made it very clear that he's going where the mega bucks are.
Kyrie?
Both.
both.
Davis, too.
Yeah, Davis too.
Yeah. I mean, but they want to win, but they're also winking a little bit.
Well, I
they
think-
want to win the biggest
Right.
pile of money.
I think Davis wants to go to the Lakers. Right, I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's-
he bought a $7.5 million house in LA last summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where he's living in the off-season.
These guys have got so bloody much money. I mean, what's $7.5
No.
million when you're making 25? I mean,
Yeah.
pocket change.
So
Now, speaking,
I don't know what Danny's going to do. It's a tough one.
it is a tough one.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's out of your control because what Kyrie does at this point now is totally out of Danny's control.
yeah. Oh,
You didn't trade him at the deadline,
yep.
right? His contract's up and he's an unrestricted free agent. He can just walk away. You don't even get compensation for
No,
him.
nothing.
Right.
Nothing. All you get, you'll probably not even get a thank you from them.
At least when Trey Flowers leaves, we're going to get a compensatory pick.
Oh, no, please don't say that.
I'm not feeling good
Not feeling good?
because everybody else got franchised.
Yeah.
All the other guys got
Yeah.
franchised. The Dallas guy, Lawrence, D. Ford,
Maybe they're working.
Frank
out.
Clark.
Maybe they got the bare
Yeah.
bones of an agreement done.
Maybe. We'll find out.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the problem they have is he's the only one left. Everybody else
That's
got tagged. All the other pass rushers got tagged.
Yeah.
He didn't. He's the
He's the pound of meat at the butcher shop.
He's the one.
Yeah, he's it.
So I mean, he's going to get seriously paid. I don't see it being here. They just don't do it.
They don't do it.
They
is
just don't
right.
do it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He was a 4th-round pick, though. So Bill, I'll go get another 4th-round pick.
By the way, on the internet, God Almighty, I don't know who writes this stuff. I suspect I know, but Jamie Collins
Yeah,
is
maybe available.
maybe available to come back.
Well, they may let him go.
Yeah,
They may cut him.
yeah.
Right.
He
I don't know. I don't think he's coming back.
No.
So, we'll see what they do. Linebacker's interested because of that kid that looked so good until he got hurt, Juwan Bentley, number 50 last year. That kid, the kid from Purdue, he was the captain of Purdue,
Yep.
character guy. They loved him. And then he got hurt and he was done.
Yeah, they
but
got
he
two
was
of them.
playing. He was looking good.
Yeah,
So they got.
him and the left tackle.
And so what are you going to do with Hightower, right? Supposedly he said he will not renegotiate. He's got a huge cap hit.
Yeah, that's a problem. If they give him the same amount of money, but you restructure it,
Right. And he's saying
that's
no.
one thing.
He's claiming he doesn't want to do that.
I wonder why.
Because he doesn't. It's the Patriot model. You're going to get this contract, and then we're immediately going to come start getting you to go down on it,
Yeah.
threatening to cut you. That's the way they do business.
Yep.
And quite frankly, if you look at his cap number, which I think is 11 or 12 million bucks next year,
Yeah.
he ain't worth it. But he's a big game player.
Boy,
He's a big game player. If you can have him healthy in the playoffs, you want him on your team.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If I could be sure he'd be healthy for that.
So we'll see.
We'll see. I'm fairly. I can see them working something out there.
With Flowers?
Yeah, with Hightower.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they explain to him, look, so we could do away with the salary, and we go to a bonus,
Yeah.
and that's handled differently under the.
I'll tell you, if he gets cut, though, he's not getting big money with that knee. Nobody's
He'd
throwing
be very
him.
fortunate to get the
nobody's-
same contract
nobody's
he's
throwing him
got.
a huge contract.
No, he's
Somebody will
missed-
sign him, but
Yeah,
he's, not,
yeah.
he's not going to make huge money.
No, and
So-
it'll be on the amount of games he plays, the amount of snaps he
incentives.
takes. Yeah,
And it won't be long term.
no, it won't.
Not with that
Because
knee, and he's approaching
you
30,
can't
right?
you can't do that. Yeah, he's 29, I think.
Yeah. So he should be open to restructuring, at least listening to what they're talking about.
I understand him saying, I ain't going to be no redoing my contract.
Right.
But of course that's like first salvo. After that, then we sit down and we chat. Well, how about your friend Craig Kimbrell?
Yeah, he's still out there.
He's still out there, and now he's obviously in the sights of the Washington Nets and possibly the Braves.
That's what I hear. I've heard that. But I've heard that for a while.
Yeah. I
know?
don't think he's going to get 18 mil from either one of those
No,
two guys.
I mean, the problem for the Nationals is they get because of where they are, they get a 50% tax. So if you pay him $18 million, he's costing you $27 million.
That's
And
tough.
he's good, but $27 million
No.
for a closer? A
No.
guy's gonna
For a
throw
closer that's
58
fastball.
innings?
Fastball has been slowing down. That doesn't want to pitch anything but the ninth inning.
Yeah,
I don't want to come in the eighth inning.
yeah.
And he's
So unless the Nationals have another corresponding move to bring him back under that cap, the tax line, I don't see it. Because that's what I read. It was whatever they paid Kimbrell, they're going to have to pay 50% in
Mercy.
tax this year. We'll see how it is next year if they sign a multi-year deal. But
Well, he's
so at 18, that says you're paying a guy 27.
Yeah.
It's costing you 27 mil. Nobody's doing that.
I don't see them signing him to a long-term deal.
For
Not
fi-
at that. No.
27 million for 58 innings of
And you
pitching.
know what? And you know something else too? He has an ugly beard. I don't like his beard.
Hey, I have an
one
ugly
bit.
beard.
You got a nice beard. You obviously have it trimmed professionally.
Yeah, well, professionally in my mirror with my scissors, yes.
That too.
If I consider myself a professional.
I think Kimbrell is. I think he's going to be a while before he picks up a job. By the way, the players' union moaning and groaning about all these guys on the sideline, free agents, no contract offers. You know what I went and did? I pulled up all the free agents that are unsigned. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of utility infielders in there and has-been outfielders. There is not a whole kit and caboodle.
Dallas Keuchel's still out there, right?
That's right.
Yeah. He's pretty good.
I think he's probably the
best,
the number
certainly
one,
the best
number
starter,
one out
right?
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of them,
There's still over 100, right?
Yeah.
Don't have a contract yet.
There's going to be half of them are not going to get jobs.
Yeah.
They're all done.
Hanley Ramirez got a job.
God Almighty. Well, you know what? If that, maybe they'll all get jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, Hanley caught on. It's a minor league deal, but Cleveland, right?
Cleveland Indians.
He could be in Fenway Park playing in the playoffs.
He will be. He'll be in Fenway Park playing, I'll tell you. Chavez and Dahlbeck. The Red Sox apparently have a couple of power hitters looming on the horizon.
Yeah.
Chavis has 4 home runs.
He's popped a couple, this spring, right?
That one to dead center yesterday, Sunday. Sunday was yesterday? No, yesterday was Monday. Yeah, I'll work this out. The last one he hit was a good shot.
That's good. Will he bring a relief pitcher in trade?
I don't think so. I think I think
at the deadline.
He's going to be down in AAA. Down at Pawtucket.
Is he?
Yes. And Dahlbeck is going to be up in Maine, freezing his patootie off.
Yeah.
But they're both in the pipeline.
Good.
Yeah. And they get a shortstop down at A-ball that can field and hit both. And they get a couple of pitchers. Did you see any of that game Sunday afternoon?
No.
No. The left-hander that they're talking about for the bullpen.
Brian Johnson?
No, he's a Dominican, I think.
Yeah.
A big guy, 6'2", 250. Throws hard.
Does he?
Yeah. But it'd be nice if we could get him over the plate a little bit more.
Another one of those guys.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys.
Yeah. So.
No, I mean, they're going to be shopping. There's no question at the trade deadline. They're going to be looking for a reliever, right? Yeah. It's like a given. Yeah. So somebody's got to go.
Someone has to go. Yeah, you're right. We'll see.
Yeah.
So tonight, the Bruins.
Wow.
You gotta
red hot.
You gotta wager $153 to make 100.
Really?
Or
I'm sorry.
Carolina.
Oh.
At home here in Boston. Carolina, you can wager 100 and get 143.
Really?
Yeah. Where are you going to put your money tonight?
Huh.
Carolina's been hotter than a cheap pistol.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this bet would make me uncomfortable on either side.
You know what? That's the answer I came up with, too. I think that one there I don't like.
Yeah. In a way, I mean, the Bruins have been so hot. I'm worried they're peaking too early.
They're a hard-working team. I just wonder if they've got another gear or two.
Right.
When it's time to go all out. Because too often, some of these games, they're going all out.
Yeah. But they're getting this done without Pasternak, which is impressive.
Very impressive.
So,
yeah. They're doing it with their, their defense is interesting.
It's better than I thought it was going to be, I'll tell you that.
Grizzlick.
Yeah.
You've got Carlo.
I think Carlo's playing well.
Yep. And the old man.
Yeah.
Zdeno Chara. The other kid, too. The
cover Corey Krug.
Oh, Corey Krug. And the other kid, the right-handed shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy they signed free agent.
No, the kid from
Anyway, they're better than I thought.
Yeah,
Aren't they?
they're a lot better
Their
than I
defensive
thought.
numbers as a team are very good.
Very good. The goaltending has been excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's been a few leakers, but that happens.
It happens to everybody.
But I tell you, I can see them beating Toronto. I really can. If Toronto had it to do all over again, I think they gave the C to Austin Matthews a little early. He's not a physical player.
Right.
Seems to me the captain's going to gotta lead things out there on the ice.
Yeah, he's a skillful guy, but yeah.
He's very skillful. Yeah, he's just simply going to get better.
Yeah.
But someone with a little more grit seems to me would, and that kind of typifies Toronto.
Yeah, I think the defense is still a little,
Yeah, they got the Muzzin.
weak.
They picked him up.
Yeah.
He's a big guy, but about as mobile as me.
Yeah.
But they're another defenseman away, I think. And also probably could use a little better goaltending
Yeah.
too. But this could be an interesting playoff.
Yeah. NHL playoffs are just.
And who knows? I mean, Toronto lost the first game last year and then blew the Bruins out 4 in a row. By the way, that could happen again. If their power play starts clicking and all, could be a long,
Yeah.
could be
NHL
excellent.
playoffs, though,
Yeah.
are the best playoffs going.
Yeah.
They really are.
They really are.
And you look at the NHL playoffs, watch those games, and then watch the NBA playoffs. It's like, really? Yawn. So, the intensity.
The intensity, yeah. The NBA didn't. But the baseball, the intensity doesn't turn up as.
No, it's only good when it's your team
Yeah, that's right.
in the playoffs.
It does, but ho hum.
Yeah, I mean, watching neutral games, yeah, it's ho-hum. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll watch it,
Yeah.
but it's like,
the Red Sox, gotta watch it.
yeah, you're flipping around. You got the flipper. You're flipping around.
The Bruins trade deadline deals. We got Coyle, who looks okay.
Yeah,
And we got him for Teddy Donato's kid.
yeah.
Now that one could come back and bite us.
Well, it
because
could. We'll see, though.
He would have the best shot on the team,
Right.
and he's going to do better. But he doesn't like wading into heavy contact either.
Coyle?
Donato.
Oh, Donato. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Coyle.
I think
I like the deal.
Yeah, 3
mean,
years
he-
from now.
He
yeah.
signed through next year, right?
Yeah, he signed
It's not
through
a
next
rental.
year. That's right.
So we needed a third line center.
Yeah.
He's a third line center. I kind of like the deal. And
the-
Donato, you never know, but he hasn't shown it yet.
No, and I think Donato is going to be a couple of years from now. He'll be another Phil Kessel.
Kessel?
Yeah, he can shoot lights out, Donato, but
You think he's going to score 40?
well, I think he's got a hell of a shot.
Huh.
Yeah, but he's going to be on an offensive team. The Wild is
Yeah.
not an offensive team, but I think I think he's going to score 30.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll see.
Yeah. And I wasn't impressed with Johansson. I didn't think that was a great pickup. Look, if we could have got him for a number 4, great. But a 2 and a 4 both?
Yeah, I know. I didn't like that
He's
too.
typical Swede, too. That
Yeah.
plays the Swedish. He's not P.J. Axelson, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
A
Couple of warm bodies, though.
couple of warm
that
bodies.
they needed.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think either one of them's going to hurt you.
I don't either.
No.
And you really had a hole at third line center.
You did.
You really did.
Yep. By the way, we were talking, digging up some old stuff.
Yeah.
But we were talking, well, Terry Rozier is gone.
Yes.
Yeah. And we got to trade him and we'll all do something. You know what? They're going to hang on to him.
Not necessarily now.
Got to hang on to him.
If Kyrie leaves, that all changes.
That all changes.
That all changes.
And
if
I
Kyrie
tell you what,
leaves.
yeah, take it to the bank. Kyrie's leaving.
So, you could probably let Kyrie leave, keep Rozier, who I've just assumed for 2 years is going to be gone. But you could keep him. It wouldn't take a max deal because he's restricted. You could still get a max guy.
Yeah.
And get Rozier extended if you think he's the real deal. But he has been awfully streaky this year. He has been
you gotta sit
terribly
down.
inconsistent.
Gotta sit down with that lad
Him
and
and
say,
Jaylen
you know
Brown.
what, son, we're gonna get into your head. What's this bull about you can't play unless you start?
So, yeah, but let's go back. Do you think, in 2 years, you're in the finals with Terry Rozier and Smart? I don't know.
Can we get Avery Bradley back?
He's had a terrible year.
I turned it around. Last 10 games, he's shooting lights out. He's averaging
really?
about 18 points a game. Yeah, he
Well, if
moved.
we get him on the cheap, sure.
He moved. He moved out to the West Coast. What, Sacramento, was it?
This is a deep guard draft, and the Celtics are going to have 3 number 1 picks.
We ought to be able to find something. But
I'm sure he'll
but-
try
but-
to wheel one of them out of here. But.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we got to root. We're taping the night the Celtics are playing Golden State out in Golden State.
Yeah.
They're going to lose tonight. And then I think tomorrow night they're playing at Sacramento. That's the game they need to win.
Yeah.
Because we have Sacramento's first round pick.
Yeah.
They need an L. They need to put an L on Sacramento.
I think that's where Avery Bradley ended up, with Sacramento.
I think you might be right.
But
He's bounced around a little bit. And
he has.
and
This is 3.
he's had injury
Yeah.
problems
Yeah.
since he left, really.
By the way, I kind of did just a quick hit on the Celtics just to repeat ourselves. But you know who got? But I came up with as a plus, Wanamaker.
Yeah. He's a role guy.
You don't expect a world beater performance out of him. He goes in there and he does good things.
Yeah.
Holy
He can
cow!
play. He won't be here next year, but he's okay.
Now, you didn't watch the Red Sox spring training game
I
yesterday.
did not, no.
Okay. Gerard Saltalamacchia is one of the new talking heads,
Oh, is he?
and everybody is a great guy.
Yeah, I remember him from before. He was awful.
Oh, golly.
He's done games before. I didn't
No,
know
I
anything
mean,
for me.
he's not going to be objective at all. Not at all. Everybody's a good guy. Everybody's a great guy. And Frankie Vetrano got another goal, so he's got 21 now. Mm-hmm. And Blake Wheeler got 4 goals last night.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Wow.
4 goals. So he's
Unbelievable
players.
What a player he turned into
I know it.
after
I
he
know.
left
If
here.
they only just could wait for his body to fill out,
Yeah.
but then it was, where do we play him? Oh, yeah.
Wherever he wants to play.
Yeah. I mean, what's he got? 68, I think it is, assists so far this year. Give me a break.
Yeah, that was a
Oh.
tough one. That's one that got away right there.
That's one that got away. Is it right?
What did we get for him? Do you remember? Whatever it wasn't enough.
Whatever it was very forgettable.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
fleeced.
Now, Gary, I know you do a lot of traveling.
Not as
So-
much as I used to, but yes.
I'm going to help you out with something.
Okay.
here. I have a list of the 5 most deadly cities in the U.S. for pedestrians.
Oh,
Number 1,
yes.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Is that right?
Yep. Number
Shoot, been
2,
there a lot.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Haven't been there lately.
Number 3, Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
Okie City.
Huh.
Number 4, Dallas. Number 5, Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, that's a war zone up there.
Yeah.
But
So say if you get hit by a car, at least you didn't get shot. Or maybe you did.
right. But all of these are the Southwest.
Yeah.
Now, the least deadly. These are the places that's safe for you to go.
Okay.
Seattle, number
Seattle.
1.
Yeah, it's raining though.
No, number 2, Fresno, California.
Fresno.
Yep. Number 3, believe it or not, Washington, D.C.
Is that right?
Yeah, nothing ever happens in Washington.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Number 4, Chicago.
The murder capital?
Yeah, but they don't kill you with
don't-
cars. Yeah. And number 5, New York City.
Huh.
How about that, huh?
Nobody's going fast enough in New
Well.
York City to kill you.
That's it, yeah.
Stuck in traffic.
The only way you could get killed in New York City is if you deliberately fell in front of a car. Great news. I was thrilled today
Oh.
looking at the internet. Jessica Mendoza has signed with the New York Mets front office.
She has?
Yeah.
Wow. To do what?
She will be a player according to the news blurb, she will be in a player evaluation role. But here's the bad part. But will also maintain her role on Sunday night ESPN.
And who'd she sign with?
The New York Mets. Yeah.
Huh.
I was so
but
thrilled.
She's still on?
Yeah.
Yeah. She should pay attention to her job.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Ay, ay, ay.
I mean, Sunday night is your weekend
Oh. Well, yeah.
if you got a real job.
Yeah, and she's got a family. She should be home with the family on Sundays.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel
Yeah.
has been barred from
Barred from
Canadian
the league.
football.
They not only cut him, they banned him from the league. How
know-
bad is that?
That, remember Charles Bronson in Death Wish?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what Manziel's got. He's got a death wish.
Yeah.
What an
I've never
idiot.
heard of that.
No.
Why did they ban him? Do you know?
No, it didn't come out.
And
Not
they
yet,
didn't
anyway.
say why they banned him.
Oh.
It's like we're cutting him, and oh, by the way, we're banning him from the league.
And here's another real astounding story. Former Cincinnati Bengals cornerback Adam Pac-Man Jones was arrested and jailed after an incident at a southeastern Indiana casino. He was arrested for disorderly conduct, public intoxication, intimidation, and resisting arrest.
I've never been more shocked in my life, Bill.
I've never
Adam
been
Pac-Man Jones is in trouble again.
I've
Wow.
never been more proud of our boy. He can do this year after year after year after year.
Yeah.
What a pip. Ah, well. Now,
He's still in the league, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He got cut last year. So, whoever had him cut him. But he'll be back.
Yeah.
Somebody will give him a contract.
Sure. No problem.
Now, what 3 teams are tied for the team most likely to win the World Series?
Next year,
Yep.
I would go with the Astros, the Yankees, and the Red Sox.
You have won.
Have I?
You
Yeah.
have. The Dodge, all of them are wager 100, win 600.
Okay.
700 is the Dodgers.
Yeah, you
The
gotta have a
Phillies
gotta have a
are
National League
now,
team somewhere.
850.
Are they really? They've made a lot
Yeah.
of moves.
Yeah, the Cubbies are 1,100. The Cardinals are 1,200. And then
So the Phillies are more
yeah,
favored than the Cubs.
5th place. Yeah,
Huh.
Cubbies are 1,100. The Phillies are 850.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Cubs are that bad.
And
That could be a tempting bet right there.
well, how about betting 100 on Baltimore? $60,000.
$60,000 for 100,
I don't think I'd
but
be.
they got to win the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
And I don't think I'd be tempted to
Not
do
gonna
that.
happen.
So I worked backwards trying to find a gamble in here. Pirates.
Pirates.
$7,000.
They're
But-
not going to win either.
Nope. But then I kept digging and digging and digging, and I finally ended up. Where the hell is Cincinnati?
They've been really
Yeah,
trying to be active this offseason.
They have added. They're at 7,000. The same as the Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
bet that sounded a little intriguing was the Cubs, 11-1.
Cubs. Yeah, 11-1. You got the Cardinals at 12-1, Atlanta at 14-1, Cleveland at 14-1. Now here's one that Milwaukee at 14-1.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Then Colorado 2,000, Washington 2,000, the Mets 2,200, and now when you get to Oakland at 2,500, it's skidding downhill.
That Milwaukee bet sounded interesting.
I know it.
They're a very interesting team.
That's right. And they
almost made it last year.
Signing players.
Yeah. Yeah, they've made moves this offseason.
You got to like them. Who has the largest active Major League Baseball contract?
Well, it's not Harper, I believe.
Nope. Giancarlo Stanton. Yep.
In terms of total value or average annual value?
Total value for the contract, $325 million. Now, I don't think it's official yet for Harper and Machado.
Get 330, right?
Yeah, but they're going to jump right at the top there, and then Miguel Cabrera. He runs through 2024.
Oh my goodness, you're kidding.
Nope, at $31 million a year.
You know, I remember when they signed him,
Yep.
thinking, what are they doing?
Yep.
I mean, he was washed up 2 years ago.
Joey Votto with Cincinnati is signed through 2025. $22.5 million a year.
Huh.
Wow. And he's 35, and Cabrera is 35.
Well, Cabrera just broke down, right?
Yep.
He signed that contract, and then he just broke down.
And
I wonder if he came off the juice at that
that
point.
could be. Yep. Jason.
Because he went downhill quick.
Justin Verlander is, he's on there through 2020 at 25.7.
He's still
That's reasonable. He's a big game pitcher.
Yeah.
You know? Yep, he's still good. And Scherzer's on there.
We get David Price at 31.
David Price is in 6th place without the two that just signed at 31 mil, and he's signed through 2023.
Yeah.
So, well, here's a little bit of a heartbreaker. Jose Iglesias is having a tough time finding a job.
I heard that. I thought
Yep.
he caught on somewhere.
He
though.
did. Cincinnati Reds signed him to a minor league deal. When he went free agent after being out there in Detroit, he had a couple of decent years with Detroit. I would have thought that he could have found a major league job because he can field. And the
I
Cleveland,
wouldn't have minded having him here. He can play second base, shortstop.
of course he can.
I mean,
he's a known commodity.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for a minor league, they signed him to a minor league contract. I would have done that.
Yeah. And also, the Cleveland Indians officially signed former All-Star reliever Tyler Clippard
Yeah.
to a minor league contract.
Huh. He got big
Now-
bucks just a few years back.
Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you, that's
was
one guy.
overrated.
That's one guy that I'd take a flyer on.
Yeah.
But then again, who knows? Maybe his arm is no bloody
Yeah.
good or something.
I don't
but-
know. We're going to be looking for relief pitching, though.
Yeah.
You know we are.
Oh yeah, yeah. Someday we'll talk about that. That's a funny story. Well, the only two people that aren't going to be on the radio this year was Joe Castiglione, you and I.
Is that right?
Yep. Here's a short list here of different guys that are going to sit with Castiglione.
On the radio.
Yeah. Dave O'Brien, Sean McDonough, Josh Lewin, Mario Impemba, who used to be the radio voice of the Detroit Tigers,
Oh,
Chris Berman, Tom Caron, Lou Maloney, and Dale Arnold.
wow. Dale Arnold?
Talk about a rotating door.
Yeah.
And over on Nesson, it's going to be Eck and Remy. They both signed up for the full load, and there's going to be like 30 games where they're going to be 3 in a booth.
Huh.
Those were fun when they did 3 in
Yeah.
a booth. Because O'Brien
With
shut
those
up.
two guys, yeah.
Yeah. And just let them talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So anyway, that's the latest on that. All right.
Huh.
Adam Silva
Yeah.
came out with quite a press conference where he talked about how unhappy the NBA players are.
Yeah.
He said,
They feel isolated.
when I meet with them, what surprises me is they're truly unhappy. A lot of these young men are generally unhappy. And he says, people don't understand this. I think it's less calculated than a lot of people think. The reality is that most don't want to play together. There's enormous jealousy amongst our players.
Huh.
Gee whiz.
Yeah.
What have we been talking about?
Kyrie.
In his observations and meetings with players, Silva said he has discovered there are pervasive feelings of loneliness and melancholy across the league. He said he no longer sees the high level of camaraderie or team building that existed in previous years. For example, the 6-time NBA champion Michael Jordan's final season with the Chicago Bulls. But things are different now. Referencing a conversation he had with a superstar ahead of the second game of a back-to-back earlier this season, Silva said the players' unhappiness and isolation were to the point where it was almost pathological. He said to me, from the time I get on the plane to when I show up in the arena for the game, I won't see a single person. There was a deep sadness around him. These are my notes. These are children of the computer age. Immature, they find it difficult to interface using words instead of
Texting.
social
Yeah.
media. They are spoiled at an early age, i.e., you're the greatest. Then they get to college ball or the NBA and they find out they're not the greatest. They can't deal with it. They grew up without a father. They do not know right from wrong. You're a mess. Now,
Not all.
I understand that that's a blanket statement,
Yeah.
but there are too many of them that are like that.
Yeah.
And you see it, you know? And look, and I don't mean to say, that this is Kyrie's problem or whatever, but you look at what Silva's talking about, and gee whiz, you start putting the pieces together and
Yeah.
you begin to wonder.
You begin to wonder, it's right. And, they've been entitled, but they're still young kids. They, like you say, a lot of them are coming out of
Broken
difficult
homes,
situations.
difficult situations.
And then they're on their own, and
Yep.
they are extremely talented, and also, and they, money's not an issue. It's
Nope.
not that. It's the social side, I could see them becoming isolated.
Silva stressed these feelings are very real, even though the outside world might be skeptical due to the fame, the money, and the trappings that go with it. He also shot down the idea that players don't care about what is being said or written about them, something he notes has now trickled down to the NCAA level.
Yeah.
It's also, I really and truly believe this, Gary, that so many of our young people cannot talk face to face.
Right.
It's got to be on the
Yeah,
telephone or that's got to be on the computer, emails or Snapchats or whatever all that stuff is. And they've lost that ability.
To interact, the human
And
interaction.
you see, when we talk, you can read eye actions, you can read your body actions, you can understand,
Yeah.
And they've lost that.
Yeah, I don't think we understand yet the long-term implications of all this. I really don't think we do.
I think you're right.
And it's scary.
And you know what the other scary part too is? So, how do you meet women? Oh, on the internet, on dating sites and stuff. All right.
Yeah.
What happened to meeting them at a dance or
Yeah.
at a mixer or at church or blah 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 blah? Now they have no idea how to interact with each other when when they finally do go out on a date. I'm afraid this could be the end of the human race. I'm afraid they're going to forget how to breed.
Yeah, honestly, you don't know where it's going.
I know. Yeah, it's sad. And by the way,
And meanwhile, we got big tech trying to take over our life. That's the other thing people don't realize.
Facebook
Yeah.
is mining all the information of your life
Yeah.
and then packaging it and selling it to advertisers.
Yeah, they have a profile of you.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And what do the people do? They just keep putting stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then, all of a sudden, boom, then they get all upset. My privacy has been violated. Baloney, you put it up yourself, for heaven's sakes.
But I don't like it. The fact that you go on the internet, you talked about being on the internet, and you go and you read this and you read that, and then you look at this. And then all of a sudden you're getting ads already based on what you just looked at.
Really?
They're sending you ads.
Yeah.
It's the artificial intelligence that they've built.
I haven't noticed it because I'm sort of a dullard when it comes to the computer.
I don't like it.
No.
I find big tech is
By the way,
spying on the world.
speaking of dating, back when I was on the road, I was making sales calls with a young single guy,
Okay.
Tony Golombaki, from the middle of New Jersey. Nice kid. And he says to me, I've got to stop in at a bar. He said, I'm supposed to meet an ex-girlfriend. Can you possibly, I know you probably want to get back to the hotel and unwind and have a couple of beers and dinner, but could you have a couple of beers here with me? I said, well, Tony, you know me.
Yeah.
Sure. And the name of the place was Studebakers.
Studebakers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not far from Rutgers.
Okay.
So you walk in and there's a common room. Over here is a room for 20s up to like 35 or 32. I don't know how the hell they broke it down.
Yeah.
30 to 50. The old folks. in
Really?
Another room, yeah.
And it was like formally set up that way?
Yeah.
Huh.
And the rules. Don't be offended if people come up and talk to you.
Huh.
This is a dating bar
Oh,
to meet people.
wow. Pays to advertise, huh?
Yeah. And, I stood there and watched while I had a couple, 3 beers, waited for Golombaki to sort out his tangled romantic life.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed. Someone had a great idea and was acting on it. Now, I think you've got to be close to a major college,
Yeah.
maybe, but
Yeah.
or a major urban area.
There's a demand.
That's it.
There's a demand.
And there's a demand for, I can tell you this. This is going to take the show, and you're going to be even more bummed out.
Okay.
Peter Tork
Yeah.
of the Monkees passed
Yeah.
on. Went to monkey heaven.
Went to monkey heaven.
Yep.
He did. And he's a believer.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a believer. And these guys just did a cheap copy of the Beatles,
Yeah.
and they became gazillionaires.
Right place at the right time.
Man, there is a sucker born every minute. Actually, they had a couple of good tunes,
They did.
too.
I had Monkees albums.
Yeah.
I liked them. I watched the show.
La- last train to...
Last Train to Clarksville.
There you go. Well, let's end up with this one. Online lottery. Now, the treasurer of Massachusetts, Deb Goldberg, wants to put the lottery online.
Yeah.
So you register, you give them your credit card number,
Yeah.
and you can use your smartphone and you can make bets. And is this really good to me? Make it easier than falling out of bed in the morning, making bets. I mean, gambling is a regressive form of taxation as far as I'm concerned. It takes it away from people that shouldn't be gambling.
Yeah.
I don't think, I don't know. I can afford to
It's a
gamble.
slippery slope.
If I want to gamble, I can afford to.
Right.
And you can.
Yeah.
Okay? And neither one of us is nuts where we're going to go off and mortgage the house. And,
Right. Right.
But there's a lot of people that can't control that.
Right.
And if we make it so they can just whip
So
the phone
easy.
out and start banging out crazy stuff. Because
Yeah.
you know what? It's a lot easier just to bang out the bet than it is to reach in your pocket and get $50 out
Yeah.
and give it to a clerk.
Yeah. Because you know what you're doing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. And by the way, congratulations to the lucky winner of $1 million scratch ticket here in Norfolk. It's right next door here at Linda's Variety.
He was one of my son's good friends.
Really?
Yes. He was over my house Friday night. Stayed over. He's spent a lot of time at my house. And he walked in and said, "Did you hear what happened to me?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, what happened?" "I won $1 million." I'm like, "You won $1 million?" "Yep."
How about that? So I hope Scott goes hooks into him.
703,000 after taxes, he said. Yeah.
Joe got 10 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It
They're out there.
happens. Lightning strikes Norfolk.
And I'll tell you the truth. It couldn't have happened to a nicer kid.
Good. Good. He was born and raised here in Norfolk, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yep.
Mighty good. Well, on that note, I
Yeah.
think it's time to shut this affair down.
I'd say so.
And we'll just have to come back and get to
We'll reconvene.
these folders. But
Okay.
that was great. Good stuff tonight.
Good.
And I got a great article here. I got to read it to you. Tim Hortons Donut Shops
Yeah.
up in Canada.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good
A lot
stuff.
of them.
So, folks, we're in the midst of a cold snap down in the teens tonight.
Winter.
So stay warm.
Winter.
And hopefully next time we talk, maybe, just maybe, things will be turned around a little.
Snow will melt.
I had 3 red-winged blackbirds at my feeders a couple days ago.
Good.
So they're the harbinger of spring. So on that note, folks, good night,
Good night.
and thanks for tuning in.